Kid Omega gives Phoenix Force a telepathic upgrade.
What in the world? Huh? 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 What? Okay.
This isn't just any upgrade, it's a masterclass.
As the announcer said, I have thrown Kid Omega into my super famous Phoenix Force deck, and the rest of the cards include Multiple Man, who likes to be brought back by the Phoenix Force, and also Nimrod now is possible, courtesy of Kid Omega. Nico with her double up spell can kind of also be a plan C in this deck, or you just use her for her draw 2 spell, or maybe even her move spell. Shuri is used to buff up either Multiple Man, Phoenix Forced card, or Nimrod. We're also destroying with Carnage, Venom, and Deathlock. Ghost Spider is great on a last turn to absolutely juke your opponent when they try to Cosmo your Nimrod lane. And the tech cards of choice, Eliath, because you will often have priority going into the last turn, and Shang-Chi himself. But also, depending on the meta, it could be Enchantress. Okay, now we have Patuk and a Lake Hellas opening. Location, high CL, decent rank. My rank is being neglected due to the limited time game modes. I am no longer playing in ranked, so I am just in freefall. I get the Multiple Man down now, see what is doing. Let's get him down here. Try to maintain priority into a Deathlock. Depending if I draw into Nimrod, then I hold, because then I'm going the Shuri line. Yes, there is the Iron Patriot, so they still have priority. And a Chimichanga. Okay, now we are not snapping because I don't know if they're going to play a Juggernaut or not. A Negasonic. So that is why I didn't snap. So now it's just a 50-50 of what this Phoenix Force brings back. I will continue not to snap, and we will just see what Phoenix Force does. So, yeah, let's just do this. It could be a 10 power Deathlock, or what we hope for, a Multiple Man, but at a 50-50, I just will not snap. I don't know what I'm going to play into Deep Space. Hopefully that goes away. We will have... The reason I didn't play the Chimichanga... Boy, the Chimichanga first, actually, that would have been fantastic, because then the Multiple Man would have gotten destroyed as the single card. So let's see if I win the 50-50. I do not. So I think that's what I'm moving into Deep Space. That way it can't get Shang-Chi'd. And then a... I really want priority. Do I stay here? What deck is this? This might be... I'm gonna stay. A Juggernaut is what I was thinking. Oh, okay. I guess not. But I can actually... That's funny. If Deep Space goes away, I can move this Deathlock middle. But then what do I do to win left? Like, do I attack here instead? You think this is a Juggernaut play? That's... They didn't play their Chimichanga, so it's 4. So this would be 15 points. Here and here? I'll stick through this. You really shouldn't. Like, you really shouldn't. But I think we just got a very unorthodox win. The reason I say you shouldn't is because when your game plan doesn't come together, and it did not, with this deck, you really shouldn't stay. But I couldn't resist. I don't think they were accounting for this Deathlock moving. And I'm glad I didn't play over here now with this Cannonball. Or they had priority, actually. So it would have needed to be a Shang-Chi. But the fact that we were able to get... Oh, I guess they did use their Chimichanga. Where did the Chimichanga go? Professor X? No. Negasonic? Yes, Negasonic. So, listen, with Marvel Snap, sometimes it's pulling out these odd games, and this was definitely an odd game. I'm so happy when I can record games like these to show how thinking through in unorthodox ways can help you pull out some 4-cube wins. Okay, we have H. Okay, and we have all of the stuff. Now, what deck is this? At least at the time of recording, there is a lot less Red Guardian going around. And that is what always used to scare me with Multiple Man. But also with Kid Omega. Like, it's not... I think we'll go this route. Yeah, they're really going to try to fill. And they probably will. I'm assuming a Cyclops down middle. Play this. I don't want to play it middle because who knows what... Well, I guess it doesn't matter. And I'm calling it. So I think just middle is off limits. Is this enough to win? Like, they're gonna have... Yeah, man. Our deck's doing what it needs to be doing. We have a Shang-Chi. So do I snap back? They're gonna have extra energy, and this deck loves extra energy. But I have ways to lock in power, free up space. I have a Ghost Spider. I get the Aunt May's bonus. Like, there's a lot that's working in my favor. So this is a 10 power Multiple Man. After the Cyclops goes off, there it is, and we can just spread out all of this power. Which one? Highlight Ghost Spider, and she highlights which Multiple Man moves if you get confused. But do I even need that, or do I want to conserve the space? How many Multiple Men will I have? 4? I won't have extra energy. Yeah, I'll pull it here. And I'm expecting them to get down their big power card somewhere. So I'll have enough to just load up in this lane and Shang-Chi, whatever this is. Because you figure I should have priority. And I played perfectly. So if I'm going to win this game... Oh, okay. Well, there goes Shang-Chi. And there's just a full soak into... I want my 11 powered doubled. I mean, and do I just move it middle anyway? Sure. So this is a full soak. Sunspot, I mean, Shang-Chi is useless. And it's just, do I think I can get over the top of them? And funny, we're kind of competing for middle. Well, there's the Shang-Chi target. I have priority. I mean, I guess I have to Shang-Chi here. But they only have one spot. So I drag my 11 here. I drag my 11 here. Can they get 43? -5, 38? 39 power? I mean, they can. And middle will be enough. Oh, boy, without this Kyera. Eesh. The Sunspot gets deleted. The High Evo gets deleted. So we definitely lose middle. I'm under no confusion about that. We only get rid of High Evo. There's Sunspot soaks. Okay, I'll give you the fist bump and you can emote a billion times in my face when you beat me. But let's see. We have to wait for these numbers to add up. I'm assuming this is a Hulk, and a very large Hulk.
Power must be controlled.
But it can't be that large, right? Hey, folks. It cannot be that large. And I hope you realize what we overcame. We overcame a High Evo deck getting +3 power, like at the turn 5, 6, and 7. So, and you see, if we delete this 18 power, so that's fine. Kyera is a card and an effective one. The Hulk was at 20. So we even win tiebreaker. So if the Hulk got 2 more triggers to go up to 24, we still win. So this is just a perfect showing. When this deck operates, you snap. When it's performing its game plan, it's super powerful. And of course, Aunt May's helped. +3. Yes, Aunt May's definitely helped, because the multiple men wouldn't have had enough power otherwise. But, take advantage of the locations you have. And yeah, this deck, I love it to death. Kid Omega slots beautifully into it. And go ahead and retreat for 1 all the time, but when it happens, get those 8 cubes. Yes, we just bail. We did not draw how we needed to. Yeah, there's no way to get priority. I'll just bail now. Ay. And yeah, like I said, this was just always a retreat, and it's just being smart and retreating smart and just snapping when you can. Okay, now we have Frank using a Phoenix Force avatar? Ho, look at you. The CLs on my opponents keep dropping. This is shaping up to be a Shuri Nimrod game. Ongoing bonus. I don't have any ongoing cards in my deck, and of course I will not draw what I need. That is also how Phoenix Force tends to go. So you do need to be patient and strike when you can. And by strike, I mean snap. And Attilan is rough. I mean, I think I just get a card out of my hand. And this is shaping up to be my retreat. So I don't know if I'm going to be showing actual losses, because how you should play this deck is retreat. When you don't have what you need to win the game. I mean, somehow Attilan gave me what I need to win the game. What deck is this? Okay, let's hope they don't Cosmo me. Or armor me. I don't know what exactly this deck is. Probably Affliction. There is a fantastic Shang-Chi target. And the other reason I snapped is because Phoenix Force and Aunt Maze is fantastic. Boy, there's a Nimrod. Can't do it now, though. Drawing into Ghost Spider is... or Shang-Chi? One of those two is going to be our play. Man-Thing, okay. And no telling what that card is. It could be Shadow King, it could be Hazmat. A Diamondback, if that's the flavor they are running. Okay, we have Priority. And not a good draw at all. 11, 22. Is this worth it? I just drag both of them middle? And do they abandon middle? Do they play for all three? Because then it's just, where do I play this Nimrod? I'm at 16. What's Ajax at? I don't know. Yeah, if I were them, that's what I would have done. Play Ajax middle. I still don't know if that's going to be enough, though. Because I do not do math.
Man is dumb!
So maybe this is... yeah, I think Ajax gets me. Okay, there's the Shadow King. Oh, Laufey. Ooh. Ooh, 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 ooh. Oh, nerd. Nerd, don't hurt him. Don't hurt him, nerd. Don't hurt him. Oh, boy. Boy. So close. So, I did rightly predict they were going to abandon this lane because getting to 17 is tough. The reason why I was thinking Ajax, of course, this is a negative Affliction deck, but they have Luke Cage on the board, which means Ajax is limited. Ajax is all negative afflicted cards, but their entire side will not be negative afflicted, even if this is Hazmat. So thankfully, it was just a Mr. Fantastic. Who cares? So I went hard middle because that is where you would play Ajax at because of the ongoing bonus. So I needed to get as many points middle as possible, which listen, it probably still would have beat me. Laufey, I think, was worth 14 total because it took 4 power from my side. Does that make sense? No? Laufey was just 10. No, it does make sense because he took the 4. I'm down -4. So 14, if that were Ajax and a Hazmat, it probably could have gone over the top. I felt like I was in decent enough position based on what lane I was guessing, me maximizing my power, being safe in this lane. They were safe in their lane. We're just duking it out for middle. This is why I wanted Shang-Chi. I would have played Shang-Chi and I would have been much safer getting rid of this Malika. But thankfully, Nimrod's 6 power was just enough. Okay, now we have Rocket, Penguin, lower CL compared to mine. Nothing to do on turn 1. There's no need to... I see a lot of people when they play these Phoenix Force type decks feel like they need to play cards. Nico has her move. I can move multiple man. Just be patient. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. Because if we got her destroy spell, then I'd definitely play it. So Fisk Tower does kind of hurt us. But we do have priority if we can draw one of our 3 destroy cards. We could not. I could play Nico. And does it matter at this point? No. Does not matter. Black Swan type deck. They get good RNG with their kitty not going into Fisk Tower. I was going to say decisions, but I don't think there is a decision. I think it's just... And now I wish I would have played Nico to get rid of Fisk Tower. So I think it's just this. Because we have Phoenix Force and Ghost Spider in hand. So we're playing off curve, which I'm not a huge fan of. And Black Swan, I haven't seen any of the other cards, but they, in theory, can flood the board with a bunch of cheap one-cost cards. But we'll see if it's the bounce version, because Rocket Raccoon is probably a popular selection in these types of decks, and I can just make it a 1/1. They will probably have priority. Oh, is this might just be a kitty Taskmaster type deal. And I was gonna say, this is where Eliath comes into play. So we'll go Phoenix Force. We need to take away the Aunt Maze so I can Eliath that lane. If I choose. Or do I want priority. So the only way to assure priority is to do this. That ensures, or just about ensures I get priority. And Ghost Spider, is this a Shuri kitty? And then we can just run some math. Of course. A Captain Marvel and kitty. Okay, so 16 and 16. That seems like a lot. Captain Marvel's not flying over here. So do I fortify over here? I think it's just as simple as this. Okay, yeah. I'm kind of glad I didn't change Fist Tower now. Because by not changing Fist Tower, that means we know they kind of have to play for Fist Tower. So play their kitty here, or play a Taskmaster here. The reason I keep harping on Taskmaster is because the Black Swan inclusion and Captain Marvel is just weird. So this is not a bounce type list. It's not a zoo type list. It looks like Black Swan is here to make sure the kitty's free on the last turn. Why would you need the kitty free on the last turn? To play a 6-cost card, which could mean Zola, it could mean Taskmaster. But the fact that I'm getting 16 here and 16 here, that's a lot of power for this type of deck to overcome. So that is why ultimately I'm playing Eliath here to get 14 here, and that stresses them across all 3 lanes. And it was enough to get them to retreat. Okay, now we are against Scruffy with their 22k CL and turn 1 snap. I will stay. I have enough in my hand to be promising. They have an 8-card deck, and they are snapping in advance. Do I get down Kid Omega, or do I get down Multiple Man? I will get down to Kid Omega. I have Ghost Spider in hand. Okay, I think I snap. Because I can Kid Omega activate into Multiple Man here. That way the Monster Metropolis bonus. Because Multiple Man will be the biggest power. This goes up to 7, and then I guess that is not how that works. Ice Cube middle, that is not an issue. Because I can go, I have priority. They have 5 energy. So they cannot Galactus us. That is what I am concerned about. So we get the Phoenix Force middle. We drag it right. This middle one can't be messed with. This is just a Shadow King, which I doubt it is. A Hobgoblin, okay. And a Nimrod. So they could... I have priority everywhere. They could try to Galactus me now. But that won't work. Because I can go multiple man here and multiple man here. Even though I don't really want to do that. I would love to fill middle. Oh, so I can do a Nimrod here. Then I can't protect. I have to do this to guard against the Galactus. I just have to. And do I play Nimrod? I mean, I guess I play Nimrod here. Well, I don't need to. My guess is they maybe try to Galactus over here. No. Maybe a Goblin? Okay, I was going to say, pop this number back up, please. Okay. All right, I'll take that, I guess.
Friendly neighborhood Spider-Man here.
What in the world? Huh? What? Huh? Do I just do the content creator thing and not? What? I don't know if this is Galactus or not. Because unless it's just a really, you know, different homebrew type deck with Spider-Man and Stegron. You got to see Kid Omega and how that can work with multiple man. Multiple man still get destroys on turn 3. Of course, we still had the option to play him on 2 and play Deathluck on 3. But I wanted to keep my options open, which is why I didn't do that, because I also had Nimrod in hand. So if I draw into Shuri, I'm glad I get Kid Omega down, because now that's a free 12 power destroy on Nimrod on turn 5, the same turn I play him. Or if I draw into Phoenix Force like I did, I can still destroy multiple man. So that's why I really like Kid Omega in this deck, because it greases the wheels. It gives you just another different small play line, and it again helps you see this, how this game went. But ignoring my opponent's deck, you really got to see how this deck is supposed to function. Thanks to all the members of the channel, and thank you to everybody that watches this deep into the videos. This deck, how it came to be, it was created months ago, maybe even years ago at this point. I first posted on Reddit, and then I decided to dabble in the YouTube thing, and look at where I am today.
I hate you and your channel.
Once Kid Omega was leaked or released, or whenever I found out what he does, I was so looking forward to this card, because this, I feel like it was one of the missing pieces in this deck. I did used to have Dagger in this deck, and then I switched her out for Aranya to just try to get another move card and another slight buff with multiple man, Phoenix Force, and Nimrod. But with Kid Omega, it's another destroy card. So now you have Nico potentially, Kid Omega if you draw him early, Carnage, Venom, and Deathlock. You have plenty of destroy cards. I, of course, was not able to show destroying Nimrod with Kid Omega on turn 5, bringing that back on turn 6 with a Phoenix Force, and then you can Carnage that. So this deck has a lot of different lines and options. I, of course, have a playlist with all of my Phoenix Force decks on it. I love that card to death, these decks, and Kid Omega is just perfect in here, and I'm just waiting to get him all inked out to match the rest of the cards here. So if you decide to try out the deck, be patient, take your 1 cube retreats, capitalize to get 4 and 8, and let me know how it does for you. And until next time.